And today we hear for the second time, have a dream. You can say that's the engine, like when you have a car, that's the engine. But you need a steering wheel. Now you have to put the energy in the right direction, and our next presentation is by Dieter. He will tell you about the competition, how to put this emotional, I have a dream, engine power into a business plan to win the competition and hopefully to go to Switzerland. Dieter.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much, and a warm welcome to the competition also from my side. It's really a pleasure to see this community already growing at such a pace, and I hope that we now can get some more insight on how that really would work in practice, as Clemens suggested. A dream is good, but then getting the dream realized is even better. And I think that maybe some questions are still there, so we'll have a Q&A session afterwards. You probably checked the website, and I'm now especially addressing the participants, but maybe also for the coaches and the other stakeholders. It might be interesting to learn, and somehow that's how we organized this competition. We have 3 phases, and at the end of each of the phases we have some presentation, and that is then a pitch. For the first phase, which will be for the next 3 months, participants would need to prepare just a 3-4 page paper expressing their idea, their overall business idea, and then to pitch that in a very short time, 2 to 3 minutes. We will invite all the 100 or even more participants to go through this first pitch, and then, and this is just to give you this information, I get back to this slide, we'll bring it back to 50, and in the third phase to 25. Now, for those of you who don't make it to the next phase, well, as Ari already suggested, you're already a winner because you get the experience and all the input from the first phase. But even if you do not make it to the second phase, you are invited to still participate in all the input sessions, networking sessions that we provide. It's only that you cannot follow the route to the prize and you would not get the individual coaching, but you're still part of the community. And then, well, hopefully we'll have more of these events in the years to come. And why not then try again with the same project or a different project? You can try again for the next year or for the next competition. There's one saying that is very important, I think, in innovation. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, you never fail until you stop trying, right? You never fail until you stop trying. And in fact, if I look to Switzerland, we already have some companies and some individuals who join us for the third time, even if they didn't manage to go through the first round. Sometimes with new projects, sometimes with a new one. I mean, we cannot expect to realize the dream in the first try. That's also part of the entrepreneurship life and the life of entrepreneurs. So that is for the first phase, but then hopefully most of you will make it to the second phase, and that is then about writing a business plan. And there we expect a fully fledged business plan, but also you get some support on how to write this and that. You then have a second pitch, 5 minutes. You will find more detailed information on the website, also about the criteria. Finally, you go to the phase 3. And there we expect an implementation plan, because at the end of the day, you need to have a concrete idea how to realize your dream, and that's in the focus of the phase 3. All that is taking 9 months, so in September we envisage the final pitch. So So that's the overall idea. And this is then the funnel in terms of projects. As already mentioned, this is not the only initiative we have. We have really also great partners in other countries, leading tech universities, and I would like to take this opportunity also to think big in terms of the regional aspect. I mean, we are working towards the AEC, and ASEAN countries are getting more and more close. I think also working in Asia for quite some time, also as an entrepreneur and consultant, I see that there are many opportunities, many also missed opportunities by working together among ASEAN countries, but obviously also with Switzerland. And therefore we will provide some tools, and we will obviously tell you more about that in a different occasion on how to network with Swiss participants, with participants from other ASEAN countries, and we actively will promote matchmaking. There is also, and I would like to take this opportunity to mention that, we will also have, besides the prize money, a special prize on internationalization. This is only one prize for all the 4 countries, $5,000 US, and that is for the team which comes up with the best idea for internationalization of the product. Many companies think about internationalization already at a very early stage, not only IT companies. So that's the so-called natural born globals. These days, with the help of internet and so on, you can think about internationalization at a very early stage, and we would like to encourage that. And obviously we are pleased if then one of the focal areas of your internationalization interest is Europe, maybe even Switzerland as a hub, but that is not a precondition. But that is also then a part of the competition, and you can opt for that separate route. So you can be part of the Innovation Web competition, but at the same time you can also enroll for the internationalization route, then you have a second chance. So that is the international aspect of this competition. Now some part of the promotional activities. This is really an important part. You see here a picture of a pitching event of a pilot session that we had last year in Vietnam, but that was not a fully fledged competition, just a pilot with a few participants. Such pitching events will have well, it's now early April, June, and most probably end of August, early September. We'll announce the exact dates. You would have to present in front of a jury, and you also will get some pitching training so that you learn how to do that. I mean, pitch is different from a presentation. That should be very short and also emotionally inspiring, but I think this is something that you need not only for this competition, that you also can need further in your business career. Coaching and mentoring. Coaches are sitting here, not all of them, but some of them showed up, and we are quite pleased to have also many of the coaches here. So there's quite some commitment on the side of the coaches, and you will have the chance after the session to meet them, to establish contact, talk to them, and then also select one of the coaches directly after this kickoff, so in the next 1 or 2 weeks, and then you will have the chance to get one-to-one coaching. And I'm really pleased that we have high-class coaches in our team. This coaching is limited, unfortunately, so for the first 3 months it's just 1 hour. That's really not much, but also we have to acknowledge that it's also an innovation for us. So we also have only for the time being some seed money available, so we are in the same situation like you. So therefore we need to start and then hopefully get some more sponsoring from other sources so that we can then provide more. In the second phase it's then 2 hours per team, and in the third phase it's 3 hours per team. So you select a coach, and then if the coach is available, obviously there is also a limited capacity, then you make an agreement about the date, and then prepare for that, define a focus, and then have the session. For the second phase, you can go with the same coach. You can also, maybe if your focus is shifting, select a different one. Maybe in the first phase it's more general type of coaching. In the second, you maybe would like to have somebody focusing on marketing or whatever. Then you can switch. It's up to you. So that is about the coaching. Mentoring is then more company to project, and that is on a voluntary basis. So that is not a standard feature of the program. If there's an interest of some of you to get some mentoring by a company that is in the similar field, then obviously you can find somebody who may support you to find the right company helping you to grow. But again, that is not a standard feature. In Switzerland we have maybe 10 mentoring cases per intake, just to give you an indication. We have different seminars and networking events. Usually we combine that. And we combine that also based on our own experience in Switzerland, that networking is really an important part. So it's not, even if people are working on other things, but you learn how they think, how they approach setting up a company or setting up, realizing their innovation idea. Sometimes you see that there's a match, or that maybe there's some complementarity in what you're doing. So we already have some great examples in Switzerland and found that networking is really an important feature. That would also imply networking with teams from other countries. We try to organize some platforms so that you can do that in a virtual way, maybe at a later stage even some possibility to meet some teams from other countries are also possible. Yeah, what would be, besides the prize money, some of the additional benefits? You already saw that there's quite an interest of the press, which is highly appreciated, because the greatest idea is useless if people don't know about it. And to spread out the news about your innovation may be a good thing. But then also some people say, hey, I have a really, I have an idea where I will totally transform an industry, and I wouldn't like people to steal my ideas, so I would like rather keep low profile. You also can choose to do that. It's only then at the third phase where we have a public pitch, and then you need to decide what to disclose or what not. But otherwise, if you don't want to go public, then you don't need to. Again, we are here to support you. The 3 winners also get a professional promotional video about themselves and their activity. And we also plan to have then a special pitch with investors after the last pitch, but that would be only for those companies that fulfill certain preconditions, as obviously the investors also have some pre-requirements that need to be fulfilled. So these are some additional features of the program. The prize money you see here, I think translated in Thai baht, the first prize is 700,000? 500,000, okay. Okay, so he's, okay, right, 500, okay. 500,000, but I think you are quite acquainted to the US dollar. And then we have, again, the special prize for the best internationalization concept. I explained already that you can choose it as a separate route, and that would be for the participants of all countries, at least for the time being. The first, the 2 of the Thai competition, and the same applies for the other countries. A representative of this team will then have the chance to go to Switzerland and to pitch there in the last round. So you even have another chance, if you're successful there, to win again, right? So as we heard a few times, Switzerland is not afraid about competition. So it's not that the Swiss teams compete against each other. They also invite the best teams from Asia to compete with them. And if then one of the Asian teams is winning, I'm quite sure that they even will give you a big applause. And so you can win also a second time. And that is the intention, obviously, that you also try to learn about opportunities to work internationally then at that level. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Just maybe a short remark, as you will also hear this name frequently. Dr. Andreas Hinz is the head of our Southeast Asia office, so he's helping me in setting up the competition from our side. I think you know the team from the Thai side already, with Clemens as a project manager and Ms. Need and our friends from the faculty, from the Thammasat faculty. So we have a big team here, and you can see just from this event that they are already working hard. Even that was also then a startup situation for you, right? For setting up this competition, and I really would like to thank all the team also to make that possible. And I would suggest that we give a big applause to the Thai team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dieter. Q&A, you have any questions? You are the participants. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Zhao. I was a student from Thammasat University, and I've been in Thailand for 20 years, but I'm Chinese. So my question is, this program, does it open to Thai nationals only, or no? Okay, it's free for all. Thank you. Great.
Even to Swiss.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Even from extra.
Yeah, I mean, that is, even from neighboring countries sometimes. So if we receive maybe from Laos or from Cambodia, so that is not a problem. So I myself, I'm a German national living in Switzerland for a long time, so I'm also entitled to be part of it, right? So we have a very open attitude towards everyone.
You mentioned it, we have one applicant from the University of Illinois in the States. Sent an email, can I participate? I said yes. We can do Skype session. You can send a friend today. If not, then there are communication tools. Okay, this is a Thai person in the States, but it doesn't matter whether you're Thai or not, or where you are, as long as you participate here. Communication tools are available.
Does the innovation have to be Thai-based, or can it be?
No.
Well, I don't exactly understand what you mean Thai-based.
That it's focused first on something that's innovative in Thailand that might be internationalized, whether it's coming from Illinois or from China, or the specific emphasis is on something to improve the development of Thailand.
Okay, I mean, obviously some relationship to Thailand must be there, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Maybe that it's your passport, maybe it's that you're living here, but then also obviously there should be a relationship to the country, and at the end of the day it should help the businesses and the society here. But it might be that, for example, the basic innovation has been done, say, in the US, maybe some kind of internet platform, and then you just take the idea and adapt it to the Thai context. That is also what we consider valid innovation. Many successful businesses has been set up that way, and I do not see any point not to allow such cases. Further questions?
My name is Sharmin Rolf and I'm from Asian Institute of Technology, AIT. My question was, you just said that it should be related to Thailand somehow, but what about the international award that you talk about? It can be in the international platform. Does that mean, I'm not a Thai, I just study in AIT, I have come from Nepal, and I would like to know, if I have an idea that is international based, then do I have to somehow relate it to the Thailand?
No, as I said, there must be some relationship to Thailand. In your case, it's very easy. You study here, right? And you live here. So then you're entitled to participate also if your project is not directly related to Thailand.
Hi, my name is Navapol. I'm Thai and I'm from Thammasat University. I'm an MBA student there. My question is, I heard that you said that we have to select an advisor for a team. Is that like a must for the requirement, and do we get to change the advisor throughout the process?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's not a must. All the promotional features that I've been telling you is an offer. So you can take this offer or not. If you say, I know what to do, I don't need a coach, fine. Then we spare some money. And we can spend it elsewhere. No, I mean, same is also for the input sessions, for the networking events. So we do not keep track like in a classroom and say, okay, you need to qualify and participate 80% in order to advance to the third pitch. No, that's not the idea. We are here to support you. And if you say, okay, marketing, I'm an expert already, I can quit the marketing session, then it's totally okay. As far as the coaches is concerned, for the first phase you select one, and as it's only 1 hour, maybe there's no point in changing the coach after 30 minutes. But then at the end of the first phase you can select a different one for whatever reason. Sometimes also your focus is changing, so that's quite okay.
I'm MBA Thammasat University, used to be. And I have a question about, do you have a case that like the candidate has the idea but they don't have technology or related to innovation, maybe, and how they can, get the access to the technology knowledge today? Do you have any cases?
Okay, the way I understand your question is you say, okay, I may have an idea, but I'm not a technical person, so I do not have access to the knowledge. I mean, then my first answer would be explore the network. I mean, we have this year alone 600 cases. Most of our partners are tech universities, ITB in Bandung, UTM, then Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology. Thammasat University has brilliant professors and faculties in the technical field, I believe, at least in certain areas. So you can use the network. That is why we highlight the aspect of networking. Now, if that doesn't lead to anything, then I would suggest you choose a coach that is maybe more knowledgeable in the technology area, then it depends, is it IT or whatever, and then you would look for advice on how to approach in view of the Thai environment and maybe where to seek the advice. There are so many promotional activities around, so I'm 100% sure that with the help of the coach and with the network, people will be able to help you. That's the whole idea.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay, I'm Jarraf Tajwarati. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm doing Masters in Remote Sensing and GIS at AIT, Asian Institute of Technology. So I have a question. Actually, I'm from remote sensing. So all my plans and ideas is related to remote sensing. So before coming here, actually I have some plan. It's related to satellite and like debris around the world. So I have some plan so my question is, what should be the dimension of my plan or idea? Is it something related to the products or marketing related something, or like I can make plan? So what should be the dimension about the idea? Can you please explain it?
Okay, I give you a short answer because it's a long answer maybe would end up in a lecture. The short answer is that are really components of a business plan. Usually in a business plan you have to look at all these aspects that you mentioned, and the whole idea is that you not just focus on the technical idea, but that you then also look at the financial aspects, at the marketing aspect and so on. And that is all necessary to get your idea flying. And if you are a more technical person, then you get some advice on how to set up a business plan, and then it should all be there, at least as a sketch.
The plan is something, it can be very good for the world.
Yes?
Yes. So, but I'm scared, like, if I win that award, like, I saw this 5 million or something, I'm scared, like, just my plan, it can be much more expensive than that. Like, but it will be very beneficial for the world or something. And
well, we are not afraid if you're thinking big. We even encourage you to think big, and maybe your question leads me also to another notion. One of the criteria, and that also is especially important if you advance to the second or third phase, one of the criteria is the scalability of your idea. Now with scalability, we do not necessarily mean in financial terms. So we have participants also from NGOs or maybe from environmental organizations, and maybe you're a bit near to that, but then also we measure the impact. So we would like to see projects that have an impact for the society and or for the business. And we don't say that one is bad and the other is good. So you need both for a prosperous society, and therefore we look at scalability in terms of impact, can be in money terms, but can be also in environmental sustainability.